What's up, friends? This is Manni, and this Fujin ultimate, I'm not even sure how to describe it. Honestly, ladies and gentlemen, Living Legend seems like such an insignificant way to describe this performing setup. I can just brainlessly go up against an entire team and kill everything with this beast. We're running the Damper, of course, the super broken medium weapon that performs more like a Titan weapon. Seriously, it does. Then we have the Avenger, the ultimate on it. And we have Adrian as a pilot here. I wanted to change things up this time. And also the Paladin battleship with the Kestrel drone. So let's go and, I'll get ourselves into battle and start to get some kills. Because this is going to be a bit of a kill streak going on. The glasses are already waiting. And I think we already got 1 or 2 kills here. So let's continue. I got myself EMP'd. That was a well-placed and well-timed Typhon blackout shot. However, thankfully I had the battleship ready in that moment to survive. Otherwise I would be dead right now. Yeah, now the battle really just begins for me here. That Typhon is just gone immediately. Okay, phase shift was ready, so we can keep moving. And now apparently there's a battleship slowing field here down on the bottom. And I am just slowed to the point of complete stationary. Being completely 100% stationary. I can bring up, however, and that is the thing that the ultimate Fujin does. You can constantly keep activating your ability every time it's ready, and that's what you'll see me do in this video. Every time it's ready, whether I'm in combat or not, I'll activate and deactivate the ability, because I keep stacking higher and higher amounts of shield on top of each other that are not lasting, so if they are dropped, the shields are gone, but I can still stack higher and higher amounts of shields. I don't know why Pixonic made it like this. That like you can stack a new, more powerful shield on top of you, and you can do that as often as you like. It's a bit of a weird way to let the ultimate Fujin do this, but I'm not gonna complain. I like the fact that a Fujin is back in the game, and it's just it's not the fastest thing in the game, and it's not flying around, but it gets the heavy weapon now instead of the medium, so it has a little more firepower, and of course that shield really helps stay in the game, especially since it's an Aegis shield and no longer a blue shield that is getting bypassed by pretty much everything, right? Still, I will say that I would have preferred if they would have just buffed the regular Fujin instead. But I guess they see this as a starting robot and instead bring the ultimate version here. Now, I don't know how many kills we've already gotten. Living Legend is the result. There was a crisis in front of me. He spawned here in face brawling distance. Not sure why. That was not a very smart idea. Then we have an Arthur there. Also nice that we can drop him together with all those friends, so I'm not alone here, which is amazing. By the way, 410,000 HP already. And we're in the thick of it. I'm literally face-hugging the enemies here. Or almost, right? I'm really in the thick of it. I'm brawling against titans and everything. So I'm not afraid. I'm not playing sissy style or anything from further behind. No, I'm going up in their faces, and I'm getting more and more HP as I do so. This reminds me of the Orokochi, seriously, when I played it. Like, the more I kill, the stronger I get, and even if they throw everything they have against me, I'm somehow still here to survive it and throw all the punches back at them. It's crazy. This ultimate Fujin is a monster, especially, of course, as usual, when you combine it with all the latest technologies there are in terms of drone equipment, battleship equipment, weapon gears. We have the ultimate Avenger on top, which allows us to kill things that are in last stand, for example, right? That's a huge thing. He lagged into cover. Did you see that? I would have killed him as he teleported back, but he didn't teleport back as he should have done it. He activated the teleport back, he had a lag, boop, and he was down on the ground, back on the cover. It's like, yeah, and then back in cover. And then in between, there was no opportunity to do the damage to him. And yeah. Anyways, now we're brawling against a Newton Titan, okay? So what do you think is gonna happen now? His first shot went into my shield. I am suppressed, I can't deal full damage, but the suppression wears off and now I can deal full damage. He still isn't dealing full damage to me. I still have shields in between, and there goes the Newton. He wasn't even able to break through my shields. And like I said, I'm constantly face brawling anything they have, so I'm never actually able to gather up a shield of 4 or 5 million HP or something. Even though technically that's possible, I'm not doing that here because I'm just too much in the enemy's face all the time. So they always drop my shields too. But that means overall, with the constant regular shield popping up in between, all by itself without even using the ability, that means I'm just basically stacking on near unlimited shielding against them. And yeah, so there's an Ophion and a Seraph spawned in. That not a long time ago, that would have been an impossible thing to destroy. But now with an ultimate Fujin, and mostly this is these weapons. I mean, let's be honest, guys. The weapons carry a lot of what's happening here. These dampers are such a joke. 4,600 damage per bullet, and they fire like 1,000,000 bullets per second. That is literally a Titan weapon as a performance. We've just got 19 kills and 6 beacons capped. Talking about a freaking hard carry. Yeah, so those weapons, and I understand that on the test server, Pixonic even nerfed the Subduer from what it was 5,000 before to I think 3,900 or 4,900 or something. So it's actually not far away from the damper performance now on the live server. But that just shows how broken the damper on the live server is, being a medium weapon, literally performing like a Titan weapon. It's such a joke. This needs to be changed ASAP. And not after everybody bought them and got them. No, right now, before the problem starts. It has already begun. But of course, again, dreaming about a fair and balanced game is something that apparently is just a mistake of mine. It's something that I keep doing wrong every time. I keep thinking that there is something such like an ideal and a right and wrong that Pixonic, respects. But it's not. And these weapons, they'll prove this the best way. There's no other way to prove this than to use these weapons. We're using basically 2 medium weapons to do everything you're seeing here. The Avenger, the Ultimate Avenger, is a good weapon too, but we have none of the pilot skills. I'm not rocking the reduced spread on the Avengers. I'm not running the increased firing, accelerated speed. It is good enough to drop a level 1, level 2 last stand, but it's not doing the amount of damage that these medium weapons do. And again, this is an ultimate weapon, category heavy, that's performing so significantly less to a medium weapon that isn't an ultimate weapon. So to the point where I say, hey, these medium weapons are carrying what you're seeing here, right? Not saying that the Avenger isn't doing a lot of damage, it does, kind of, but compared to what comes from those dampers, it's just not much, really. And that really means a lot when a weapon like the Avenger Ultimate actually doesn't do very badly, all by itself. I was eyeballing the Skyros here. I was expecting him to drop himself and attack me, but I don't know why he just looked somewhere else and decided that I'm not his target. Maybe he realized I would turn around and kill him if he fires at me, but he then died afterwards anyway. Something else killed him. Quantum radared him or something. Here we have another Newton, and by the way, not just a Newton, we have 3 players on me at the same time, okay? And I'm just keeping my living legend streak out going forever. That wasn't even my kill. Should have been, because I worked that frickin' Newton down to 0 health. But somebody else got the kill in the last split second there. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this freaking action montage that you're seeing here, and you're thoroughly entertained, okay, by either the gameplay or my commentary or a combination of both, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Guys, I make a living on this YouTube channel, as you probably know, and if you like it, why not return? Why not hit that bell, right? And make sure you get notified for the next videos too. And from what I gather, a new giveaway is probably just around the corner because the last one has already been a while, right? So, yeah, also something to probably want to stay tuned for. But yeah, so let's keep going here. A Lucha is there, and there is this Lynx next to me. So now that the dampers are reloaded, that Lynx dies instantly. And I probably only needed the firepower of half of one damper for this, because his resistance was already broken from previous firing, and so he was full HP but no more resistance. I think one single damper medium weapon, half its clip, not even all of it, would have been sufficient enough to kill him. It is really that broken, literally. Let's jump back into Moon a second time, because in this is a different map. It's not the same. Like, hey, wait a minute, you're recycling your gameplay. We've seen that already. No, you didn't. It's a different map. No, it's the same map, but it's a different situation. God damn it. You know what I mean. And there's a lot of Skyros everywhere, it seems, but it's okay, because the Avenger actually deals with Skyros pretty well in the ultimate state. But when they have the legendary pilot, which most of these guys have, it's difficult again. But he thought it was a good idea to drop his stealth, to drop his ball act and get, drop the resistance. Definitely not a good idea. Should have gone for the crisis there. There's a crisis robot right in front of me. Why am I going for the Imugi when there would be a possible crisis kill? Now that guy, I remembered him and his Imugi flight. I was only just keeping myself busy for the moment when I finally can kill him. Now I realize the crisis robot. I've seen him now. But I also have a bit of a other problem going on right now with that Okokochi coming right in my face. I don't know why, but this player doesn't seem to have the pilot skill Death Survivor. Clever Survivor. I'm not sure which one. I always confuse the names. The one that gives you your ability back at 50%. This is a must-have for every robot that can utilize that ability. Literally the first thing you do, if you have just a pilot skill with a pilot with level 1, you will try and get that one skill, because that will basically make your robot twice as good. Even if you get killed very quickly, you will just get your second ability as a default just presented to you, and you just press a button again and you're invincible again. He didn't do that, so I'm assuming he didn't have that skill, and in my opinion there is no reason not to have that skill. Even though, of course, we all know the Okokochi should never even have that skill to begin with. You know me. I'm pretty sure you already knew I was going to say that now, because you know how I feel about this. Okokochi is one of those robots that really doesn't deserve to have that skill. But it does have it, so you should use it whenever you can, right? You want to be powerful. Especially when you're already rocking an Okokochi. Clearly you want to be, so make it powerful. So that Titan didn't have a chance, and I don't even, why did he not have a chance? There was a Newton shooting me, there's this guy, the Typhon shooting me, there's even another Titan in the back, I just realized. There's 3 Titans were on me, and the Typhon came in. At the last second, even a Scorpion jumped in. That was like literally the whole team trying to get rid of that one little Fujin, and they couldn't do it. Instead, they got gotten rid of all the time by that little Fujin boy. Excuse me. I think this player also didn't have the pilot skill. Although it's hard to imagine, he's from DDR, those are strong players. I would be surprised if a DDR player would not know about the Death Survivor or Clever Survivor skill for the Okokochi. I'm sure he's got it. Maybe he was unlucky and we caught him below 50% while the ability was still considered running. Maybe that happened. Because I know that those guys are no noobs and they don't do mistakes like that. But I also feel like there are multiple sections of each clan, right? There are, I'm not sure if it's with DDR, but there are many clans in the game where I feel like I see this clan tag from them, and then I see a slight variation of the same clan tag, as if this is like a different subgroup of them. Maybe the clan was full and they needed a new one, so they created a subdivision from it, and it's probably what happened. But I'm right now, I'm actually not sure how many players one clan can get. Tell me in the comments, I'm sure you guys know that, because that number has changed in the past, I remember. At some point in time, I believe there was a limit that was lower and it got higher and higher over time. I'm not sure what the limit is right now. How many players? Is it maybe 200 or so? I don't know. I'm sure you guys will know that and tell me. I'm not doing too much clan stuff. Yeah, I also read comments, people saying, hey Manny, maybe you want to start a baby account like Adrian does and start from scratch, and have, I don't know, experience like how to, you know, make tutorials, starting tutorials and stuff like this. Thing is though, the way War Robots is going right now, honestly, and I am being 100% honest with you guys here, I don't feel like War Robots right now deserves this kind of a commitment anymore. You know, I'm overly committed to creating the best quality videos I can make and to give you the best kind of entertainment that I can provide, but the game itself really would need to change a lot, especially with something like this that you can see here on screen right now, and many other things with the damper and the mute battleship and such. There has to be a lot of change, like a real full 180 on how Pixonic operates here in order for me to consider doing such a big commitment, like starting completely from scratch again. Yeah, maybe it will happen eventually, but we'll see, I guess. So thank you for watching, catch you in the next video, and Manny signing off. Bye-bye.